Bro, when are you gonna stop worrying about the girls and chasing all these other things that doesn't even matter? I see so much shit online talking about, oh, how to start dating, how to start getting laid, all these different things that you guys are doing just to get girls' attention. You're chasing all of the women, and that's the reason why you're not where you want to be, bro. You're so distracted. Your whole life revolves around trying to, fuck this next bitch or get this girlfriend or find the love of your life. Like, bro, focus on leveling up yourself, and in leveling up yourself, will you naturally attract the girls or the wife and the offspring that you want to make, all of this stuff. But what you're doing right now is literally preying on your own downfall. Okay, you have got to stop chasing the girls. When I tell you, to this day, I haven't taken a girl serious in so long, bro. In like the past 4.5 years, have I took like one girl seriously, 1 in 4 years. And even then, when certain things came up, I didn't give a fuck, and that's why it didn't work. Because I don't put emphasis on it. I got so much other shit to worry about. You have so much other stuff in your life that you gotta fix and that your mind should be putting first. Like, the biggest thing for me, and I don't get how a lot of you guys don't think this way, is like, number one, I always thought to myself, why would a girl even want me right now? I wouldn't even want myself, bro. I'm broke. I'm out of shape. I have nothing to provide. I can't even protect you if it came down to it. Like, what do I have to provide for you? Nothing. And so that automatically was like, okay, if a girl has the option to choose somebody that has it all and choose me that has nothing, who is she gonna choose? And so I was like, all right, so what I got to do is get my ass to the other side. I got to make sure I have it all. I got to make sure I'm jacked. I got to make sure that I can protect and provide before anything. And just putting myself in that mindset allowed me to put my head down and work for years. To this day, like I said, I still do not care about girls. I don't put any emphasis on it, because it's not like the second you put things on a pedestal, do you start to like get nervous and chase it and all these things, when in reality, what you just have to do, bro, is, like I've been saying, is put your head down, grind on yourself, get your bread straight, get your mind straight, fix the shit that's fucked in your life right now. And then in doing that, will you see how much easier it actually becomes to get girls, get laid, even potentially, like, the more confident you become, will you naturally start to go up to girls, ask them for these numbers. Like, the solution you're looking for to the problem you're having right now is working on yourself. And instead of focusing on the actual problem, you're like just trying to hide it. You think the solution to the problem is the wrong solution. You think it's going to get a girl, when in reality it's fixing yourself, and in that will the girl come, right? In that, bro, simple concept was, I always like, okay, if I'm not the best right now, if I know that the world we live in now, it doesn't really, there's not this fairy tale story. Like, I'm just growing up in a different time where a girl that's gonna like you for essentially having nothing is very rare. It's so rare that I've completely thrown that concept out of the window. Like, there's really no girl in this world, do I believe in anymore, that will truly like you even if you worked at McDonald's. Like, that's how rare it is that I don't even believe in the concept of that anymore. And so in that was like, okay, I have come to terms with that. So what I got to do is level up myself. And in leveling up myself, even if I have the money, if I have the cars, if I have the fucking physique, all these things that I'm working towards, that I'm getting, that I've achieved, will the girl come, right? And will she like me for the right reasons? Will she like me for the wrong reasons? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, another big thing I always did is I put myself in the girl's shoes. I was like, okay, well, if a girl is smart, and you usually want a smart girl, she's gonna want somebody that can protect and provide for her and her future family, for my future family, right? And so I was like, okay, is a girl really wrong for wanting somebody that has money, that has a physique? It's like, no. And so I was like, oh, okay. As long as she's not a complete gold digger, right? Does it make sense for a girl that has, in some way, shape, or form, that concept put together in her mind? And then again, you have the other girl that doesn't care about that stuff and that'll make it work, but that doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. We've thrown that out the fucking window. Okay, and so what do you need to do, bro? You need to get mad at yourself. There were days, bro, I remember these days like they were yesterday, where I was, I remember, bro, I was living in West Jordan in my parents' house, and I was looking in the mirror in the bathroom. I don't know the exact, we didn't even have a frame on this bathroom. It was like just one that was put on the wall, and I was looking at myself just, dude, why would a girl want me? Why would a girl want me? I was just so mad. How did I let myself fall this far back, bro? In the physique, in the mind, in the way I looked, in the way I felt. I was like, what am I doing? I have no money. I have to go to this shitty ass job tomorrow, and I'm worrying about getting girls. I'm worried about going out this weekend. Like, where's my head at? What am I doing? And this was before I really started taking shit serious. And after these, like, there was that day, and then there was another day where I was in my grandparents' house here. I'm not gonna say the neighborhood. And I looked in the mirror again. I'm like, dude, what's going on? I'm telling you, I remember these days so vividly, and I would just get so pissed because I'm like, dude, I know I have the potential. You have the potential to change everything. You have control of your own life in your own fingertips. And yet some dudes, like, I'll go to the store, I'll see dudes walking that are young, and they're just fat. I'm like, what are you doing with your life, bro? You don't know how much potential you have. And so that's what it was for me. It was like, I know how fucking great I could be, and I'm not. And so that became the priority in the forefront of everything I do. If it doesn't have to do with becoming the fucking greatest, becoming the best, leveling myself up, so then I can attract and achieve everything else in my life that I actually want. If it's the girl, if it's providing for my mom and dad, providing for my little brother and my little sister, making everything work for myself, so then I can make everything work for everyone around me. It's like, I have to put myself first. You have to put yourself first. You have to work on yourself first, because if you put yourself first, now you understand things that have to get done for yourself. And I think that's the hardest part about entrepreneurship is you've gone, or not even entrepreneurship, just in your life, bro. It's like you've gone your whole life essentially being a people pleaser. You've always done so many things, but they've never really been for yourself, bro. If you go to work and you get your shit done there, it's because of the boss you have. He's there to keep you accountable. If you go to school, a lot of the times we don't even go to school for ourselves. We go to the schools for our parents. A lot of the times we're not really even chasing our dreams. We're chasing dreams that we've been told from other people. And so a lot of the things you're doing and you've been taught and you've done since a young age has just always been for other people. I always like to think of myself back then, bro. I would wear J's. I would wear expensive ass clothes. I had a gold chain, more so. And that's just like culture in my family. Everybody wears like a gold chain, but I would always flex. I always put it out. And again, when I always wear all these designer clothes with these flashy stuff, just to please other people, for the perception of other people would have on me. I'm like, why? At some point, I'm like, why am I, everything that I'm doing is for other people? Again, if it's to show off to that girl, it's like, why? Why don't I just start doing things for myself? Why don't I just start living for myself? And that's what you have to do. And that's why it's so hard, because now when you go, like I always say, getting in shape is probably the hardest thing you'll ever do, because it changes your entire mind, your body, and it's the best thing you'll ever do and get into business, because now you realize you're not really doing this for anybody but yourself. And obviously there's the back end reasons of like for your family and stuff, but realistically the forefront of it is you, right? And so if you're doing it for yourself, now you don't have a boss there to tell you what to do. You don't have, you're not doing it for your parents essentially, right? Even though you are. But again, it's like the forefront of it. Like you don't have them there to tell you what to do. Like now the things you do, you're doing for yourself, right? If it's getting in the gym, if it's the business you're in. Now, when you do these business activities, it's not like you're doing things just to check them off a box. How much work you put into these activities is how much you're going to get out. And when you realize that you're all doing this for yourself now, well, you start to realize how much more effort you need to put into this, because the more you put in is the more you will get out. And so you don't do anything anymore just to check it off. You don't turn in an assignment just to turn in the assignment and get a grade anymore. You don't go to work and just get the work done because your boss is there, and if you don't do it, you're going to get fired. It's like, no. Now you're doing this really all for yourself. And I think that's why it's so hard. And then on top of that, going back to the girls, it's like a lot of the reasons you're not doing the things that you actually need to be doing is because you're so distracted What I always did is I always chased the next party, bro. Like, yeah, where the bitches at? You know, where the hoes at, bro? Where the girls at? Which party are we going to? Are there girls there? Right? Always thinking about the girls, doing things for these girls, and then in that, do you realize, bro, how much of your potential you're wasting? How much of the time you're wasting? The weekends, the money, most importantly, the energy. Once you cut all that off, bro, I'm telling you, once I cut everything off, the biggest part of that equation was the girls. That I realized, damn, now I have all this sexual energy. Now I have all of this testosterone, all of this time to put into my craft and get better. And what happened when I started doing that, bro? I saw fucking crazy amounts of progress. Crazy amounts of progress. If you didn't know this by now, I say this in all my videos. I started a 90-day blitz, bro. In 3 months, did I change my whole fucking life. And because of how much progress I saw in 12 weeks, I never stopped. Everything I did for 12 weeks straight, I continued to do up until this day. Because I was like, damn, look how far I've gotten. Look how much I progressed. Look how much I learned. Look how many of the limiting beliefs have changed. Everything from A to Z changed in my mind. The way I thought about saving money, the way I thought about making money, what I thought was little money, what I thought was a lot of money. And now I went from like not being able to work at all to working from sun up to sundown after I was at work. If I didn't go to work, I was working on my computer all day long. Because there were no texting bitches. Like, bro, when I tell you, I have developed such a bad habit of not texting people back. Like, if you send me a text, luckily now I'm better at it because I have clients that get access to me and I have to text them back, obviously, right? And I try to do that as much as possible. When it comes to like girls, bro, or just like family and people that I'm not working with that aren't paying me for my time, it's like, bro, it takes sometimes weeks for me to message them back because I went years without texting anybody, bro. Like no Snapchat, no streaks. By the way, if you do that, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Get off doing streaks right now unless you're getting paid to do it. Grow the fuck up, okay? Anyway, there were no texting girls, bro. There was nothing. Like nothing. I've gotten used to seeing no notifications on my phone because of how long I went without texting anybody, without texting any girls. And it was a good thing, bro. It allowed me to just lock in and, again, eliminate all the distractions. Because, you know, when you get a text from a girl, you message her back. You're texting back all day in a sense, right? And even now when I text girls, which is even very fucking rarely, I'll be honest with you guys, like I'm not slanging bitches like that because I just don't care. What I care is getting to $100,000 month. And so when I text girls now, I usually always let them know. I'm just like, hey, just so you know, I'm not one of these guys that's going to text you back all day. I just don't have the time for that. I don't have the mental capacity for that right now. It's not the forefront of what I'm trying to do. Because I understand that I've put everything else first. This is kind of on the back burner for me because I fell so deep into the path, bro. And that's what you need to do. You need to fall deep. It's like you start here and then you just keep digging, but you're going in a good direction. I think it's a good thing. Now, I've seen people online say, hey, listen, bro, focus on getting paid and laid. Focus on getting the girls and getting the money. Listen, you can do that. I definitely think as a young man, you have the energy to do both. You have the capacity to do both, bro. You're unstoppable. You're a young man. But for me, and what I would recommend for you is take a break from that shit, bro. You really don't need that. This is gonna sound so crazy, but I personally think like getting girls for a certain period of time is so mid, bro. It's so mid. Like there's been girls I've gone to hang out with, you know, just doing this, and I'm just sitting there. And these girls are bad sometimes. Like bad, not sometimes, all of the time. These girls are bad, right? Like they're 10s. And I'm just like, bro, I'm wasting my fucking time. What am I doing here? Like this is not that fun. I want to go work or whatever it is, right? And then there's definitely times where you enjoy the company. But all I'm getting at is over the years of just putting this to the side, bro, have I realized it ain't all that, bro. A lot of you, the reason you're chasing all these girls, the reason you always seek this dopamine is because you're cooked in your brain, but more so like you think pussy, right, is this crazy thing, and it really ain't all that, bro. Like it's temporary pleasure, and I'm telling you, once you really lock in. When you go years, there were like 2 years I talk about all the time where I didn't talk to any girls. That you fall in love with the hard work, and it's that, you know, that dopamine. You fix the things going on in your mind, and so you no longer chase the instant gratification. And a lot of times that's what it is, right? Like you get horny or whatever it is, and you just want to go fuck. You just want to go and do whatever it is with these girls, and that's what you're always looking for. And so once you understand this, you fix the way your brain operates. Like, oh, like I don't need that gratification. Like I'm good without that. I get my dopamine from working and checking off the boxes on my goals, or what I'm really trying to work towards. Like, bro, I haven't announced this, and I'll tell you guys right now, I'm moving out of the fucking country in 7 weeks from now. I'm moving to Thailand. And it's like, you really think I give a fuck about these girls or whatever? Like, no, bro. Like, I got so much other stuff that I'm trying to focus on and make work and grow the business. It's like, it ain't that, bro. So guys, hopefully you took some value from this video, and really understanding you got to stop chasing the girls, bro. This was such a big distraction, and so much time and so much energy just went into this facet of life for me early on, and it didn't get me nowhere, bro. It was always just like, listen, think about as well, like when you're not with the girls, who are you either with? You're either by yourself or you're with the boys. And what happens when you're by yourself? You really start to think about what's going on in here, which is great. That's what I did. And if I wasn't by myself, I was with the boys. I was with my little brother. I was with my gym bros, whatever. And what happens when you're with the boys again? You look and lock in, bro. You get so much work done, especially if they're like-minded, right? And I would talk about this all the time as well. If I was by myself, I was technically still with the boys, because everybody I followed online was grinding and hustling. And so I was just consistently seeing that and getting put in that environment every time I went on my phone. And just through this entire process, again, did I realize, like, oh, let me not waste this fucking time. Let me not waste this energy. I don't care about this. I really don't. And it still is like that till this day, as crazy as that sounds. Like, yes, don't get me wrong, bro. We still, like, have girls come over here and there. I think it was 2 weeks ago, we had, like, it's going to sound funny. We had, like, 4 Swedish girls come over that were from Sweden. They're literally here on, like, just a working visa. They were gorgeous, beautiful girls. Like, talking about all of them were 9s and 10s. And there were 4 of them and only me and my business partner. And it was fun. It was great. But again, that only happened, and we only do that if everything else has been done, like the work has been done. You got me fucked up if you really think that I'm just gonna go and party and go and hang out with girls if I haven't accomplished anything for the day, if I haven't got my YouTube video out for the day, if I haven't done certain things in the back end of my business, gone to the gym, whatever it is. Like, no, that comes last. It's the least amount of priority right now, right? And all I'm getting at with this is, did I realize how much that was distracting me to my goals and to the life I actually wanted to live? A lot of the times, the reason you're not living the life you want to live is just because you're so distracted. And I think that was such a big distraction for me. That's why I cut it off. Took all that energy, put it into my work, put it into everything I wanted to do, and I progressed 10 times further, right? Now, I'm not going to sit here and say you can't do both. As I mentioned, you can. It's just I don't want to speak on that, because I haven't experienced that. I only like to speak on things that I've really experienced and that I'm knowledgeable in. And I haven't tried the grind of, like, actively pursuing a girl, like having a girlfriend, or going and fucking all these bitches and still working. Like, I just haven't done that. That's not me. And so I can't give you advice on that. You can try it out for yourself and see if it works. If you can make it work, probably can. It's just, I don't need those distractions, bro. But I'm not going to sit here and say don't have fun. Definitely just put it, again, at the least of your priorities. Make sure you take your energy, your testosterone, when it's at its peak. You're fucking young, bro. Or even if you're not the youngest, understand, get your shit, the first, the most significant things in your day, the most prioritized things done. Then you can go and do that, okay? So, boys, I love you guys as always. Hopefully you took something valuable from this video and really understanding why you need to stop chasing these girls, bro. Why they shouldn't really be the focus for you. If you're not making at least, bro, I say at least like 10K a month, bro, minimum. Very achievable if you just did, like, you can make $10,000 a month in a couple months if you really just shut the fuck up, do nothing else, and work, okay? Again, love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.